time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray along with Wayne Cotto today. Rock Cod Rick is at the show, the big PCS show up in Costa Mesa. Boy, do we have a great show for you today. From Shimano, El Presidente himself, Dave Pfeiffer is here, and we have special guest, Al the Sports Barber, a longtime good buddy of all of ours and just all-around big-time fisherman guy. So you stay tuned. This is going to be one heck of a show here on Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California's sport fishing voice, on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan. Take a closer look at the Ford Bronco and Bronco Sport. You'll see adventure, discovery, and even a little mud. These 4x4s provide the muscle, tech, and durability to go anywhere. Get your ideal combination of power and capability to handle whatever comes your way with GOAT modes. That's goes over any terrain. It's time to see Ford in a new light. New inventory has arrived. Visit your San Diego County Ford dealers to take a test drive today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Are you ready for reliability? Then you're ready for a Yamaha outboard. And there's no better time to jump on board than during our Ready for Reliability sales event. From now until March 31st, 2026, eligible new Yamaha 30 to 450 horsepower outboards get 2 additional years of warranty protection for a total of up to 7 years of warranty coverage. Plus, Yamaha 2.5 to 25 horsepower outboards come with up to $200 in dealer credit. Get ready to enjoy Yamaha reliability with a new outboard today. Visit your local Yamaha dealer for details. Yamaha, reliability starts here. Offer ends March 31st, 2026. Subject to change. Other restrictions and conditions apply. Select models excluded. 24-month Yamaha extended service added to 36 or 60-month factory limited warranty. Choice offered to Florida residents is a 24-month Yamaha limited warranty. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. Cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Boy, do we have a great show today.
Yeah.
As you put it, El Presidente, Dave Pfeiffer, Shimano, Al the Sports Barber. This is going to be fun. But boy, what a week we have had already. The PCS show going on in Orange County. Boy, was it busy Thursday and Friday. Man. Tremendous deals going on. It was so much fun to watch all of our friends up there, whether they're working a booth, coming by, charter people that we've all had on our trips. Yeah. It was just homecoming.
Great show.
So much fun.
Yeah. And today's another big day and tomorrow. And good morning, Dave. Good morning, Al.
Good morning.
Great to have you guys in the world headquarters here. And Dave.
Yes.
This is the farewell tour of Dave Pfeiffer as the El Presidente, because as of very soon you will no longer be the El Presidente, but you still be a part of Shimano, right?
That is true. Yeah, no, it's after 38 years, it's time for
38
years. Yeah, it's time for me to step back and let some new blood, new energy take over and take Shimano to the next great level. So yeah, March 31st is my last day as president, but I'm going to keep working for a few years as advisor. I'll keep handling some advocacy and eventually transition that. So I'm there if they need me, but I won't be involved in the day-to-day business.
What a run.
Yeah,
38 years. Man.
Loved it.
Unbelievable.
Wouldn't change a thing. Would not change a thing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
And taking over the helm, Jason Livermore.
Jason's a super guy.
Yeah.
We had a very, very long search to find Jason, and then him and I have worked for the last 2 years together, transitioning, my responsibilities over to him. So he is fully ready, and he is going to do an excellent job for Shimano for the future.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Assembling pretty much adding some new people and putting a team together that it's pretty amazing. We heard from a couple of them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Tristan and Kate,
Tristan and
fantastic
Kate.
guys.
Yeah. It's a
who
whole
are,
other
by the way, both in the Shimano booth at PCS show.
They are. Yeah. It's I mean, that's just natural. It's a new generation of people, and Jason's got to build a team that works for him and the way he wants to run the business, just like I did. And so he's going to do great. The team's going to do great, and so I'm excited for him.
Yeah. Well, we're excited for you because now you get to do a little more fishing.
Well, I tell people
like
that I missed a lot of family things, and I missed a lot of friend things, and I missed a lot of fishing trips. Everyone thinks I fished all the time, and I did a lot of fishing, but I missed a lot, and I can't get those back, but I can go do a lot more of that. And so I want to spend time with my family and my friends and go fishing and still stay in touch with the team and be there for whatever perspective or advice that they need for the next few years, and then just move on to the next phase of my life.
Yeah. And Al, of course, fishing. Hopefully we'll be able to spend more time fishing with Al the Sports Barber, right?
Of course. My hull turned 30 years old in January.
Wow.
That's older than most people work for us.
I've gone through 4 engines and 3 tow vehicles, but averaging 100 days a year for 30 years.
Wow.
So there's my commitment.
100 days a year.
I would have thought it was more
like
like 200 days.
Well, there was a time where I was fishing 3 days a week, and I was getting 150 days.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
But,
and you are a calico bass maniac.
Calico bass it's like 95% is calico bass fishing. And then those pelagic moved out of our zone. And so I just started really targeting the calicos even more. But I do like to branch out and do a little, I'm in a Dana Angling Club and do a little marlin fishing, Al Plamick, and I got a striper last year in a tournament, and that was so much fun. So I do like to branch out a little bit, but calico bass fishing is what I love to do.
Yeah, for sure. And he's pretty good at it, huh, Dave?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He should be.
Yeah, exactly. I was taught by.
Yeah. Kind of taught him the way.
Dave is definitely one of my mentors.
Yeah, me too, man. That guy's one of the best fishermen I know, for sure.
He's-
So you, speaking of fishing, you just got back from Panama.
I did actually. I've had a fun time already. I was in Hawaii in January fishing Kona, and then I was in Panama last week and out near David. Awesome little place called Toucan Lodge, and we were really just fishing black marlin and got a couple firsts for our group on black marlin, and it was just a beautiful trip. I love it. I could go back tomorrow and spend a month there.
Pretty cool place.
Yeah, it is.
What's Toucan Lodge like? Just small lodge, right?
Yeah,
On an island.
It only handles like 4 people, so there was
Wow.
4 of us, and they fish out of a 32 CV, and sits all by itself on its own island, and it's just remote. Monkeys in the trees, great food, amazing service, real personal, and you can do whatever you want every day fishing wise. You can fish roosters and cuberas and all that, or you can fish tunas, or you can fish marlin, or a combination of all of the above. And it's just a very, very special place. And Juan, who runs it, he's an amazing captain and angler, but he's also just a super guy. I just really, really love that place.
That's cool. And I would guess they're fishing Shimano rods and reels.
Yeah, Juan fishes all Shimano.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
cool.
Yeah, I've known him a long time. Yeah.
God, only 4 people. That's a concierge service right there.
You sit outside, all your meals are outside, and the patio overlooking the water. And like I said, the monkeys are crawling, or the howler monkeys are in the trees, and all the birds. And it's just beautiful. It's
That's
absolutely
awesome.
spectacular.
That's awesome. So what's the latest from Shimano? What you can share with us?
Yeah, we're showing a lot of all our new stuff at the show, and one of our big introductions is Ledge Runner, which is our new trolling plug, which is just really incredible. That's part of the Ledge Runner system. Talica 40 is out on the market, and Stella 25,000, which is really, really cool product, and then freshwater things like Vanquish and some other stuff, and then to go along with Stella 25,000, Osea Plugger, big game. We really have a lot going on right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what's the advantage of the Tranx 400, the new
And
Tranx
I didn't
400?
even mention the Tranx 400.
Yeah.
The Tranx 400, it's updated to similar features of all the new Tranx. And so, just different way we support the spool, the cast control system, makes it a little bit lighter and still a little more powerful, a little more efficient. It's a beautiful redo on the Tranx 400.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a big reel for this market. Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that ledge runner. Pulling some ledge runners out at Coronado Islands for yellows.
Yeah.
There's a video on the Shimano website about you trolling for Wahoo.
Yeah,
in South Carolina.
We worked on Ledge Runner for about a year and a half, and really, we focused in South Carolina on wahoo fishing, but in doing so, we caught wahoo, blackfins, mahis. We had a blue marlin on one.
Wow.
Yeah, it just everything. And it was really a fun story because like the first samples we got, they were terrible, absolutely terrible. They didn't pull straight. We didn't catch anything on them. Second set, a little bit better, still a lot of problems. By the time we got to the third and final round, absolutely amazing. I mean, just amazing what you can do with it. With the main feature is the ADR, adjustable depth range. So one plug can run at 3 different depths, but when you change the depth, it also changes the action of the plug. And then the stabilizing wings, the hydro control wings, so that it runs straight every time, all the time, does not blow out, does not wander in the pattern. Yeah. And I run them anywhere.
How do they do that?
Yeah. Well, it's, I mean, honestly, they just borrowed some technology from, like, you see the like on a Porsche, I don't know what it's called, the wing in the back, or the airplane, how they do those, how the wings bend up. Right. It's a similar concept to that. And so anywhere from 10 miles, I'm doing miles an hour, not knots, but 10 miles an hour to like 16 miles an hour, no problem. Straight as an arrow, never blow out. But I learned so much about wahoo fishing because pulling plugs prior to the ledge runner, all of our wahoo were caught on the larger plugs running deep right behind the boat. And we make a 160, which is a smaller one. And the 160 on the shallow setting, I've caught more wahoo on that than any other position or setting. It's a tight wobble. I run at 125 feet back. And it's amazing how many wahoo we've caught. The smaller one. The smaller one. And it's such a difference in the learning because on the larger plug, they come in from the side and they eat it side, which we're all familiar with wahoo. On the small plug, they choke it from behind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And no problem with the treble hooks on those.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So why the difference between the treble hook on the 160 size versus the single hooks on the 200 size?
Well, first of all, you could run singles on the 160 if you wanted to. We just felt that the 160 is more versatile for more species. And the way the fish are eating that 160, the trebles seem to be more effective, if that makes sense. Because again, they're eating it from behind, they're choking it down, so you're hooking them all over, as opposed to the singles, which grab better from the side. You could, in theory, put large trebles on the larger one, on the 200. I personally don't think it runs as well on the 200 as the singles, but I like the trebles on the 160. I don't ever miss a fish, ever.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And the cool thing,
besides that, sorry to interrupt, our guys in the Northeast were catching giant big eyes, giant bluefin tunas, everything. They only got
on the 160 or the 200?
On the 200s.
On the 200.
But they only got them late in the season last year. And in a short period of time, they absolutely crushed the big tunas of all species, yellowfins, big eyes, bluefin, up in the Northeast. And then their season kind of came to an end. So they never got a chance to fully see what they could do up there. But yeah, it's good.
The cool thing about that variable depth range that we talked about a couple weeks ago with Cade and Tristan was you could have a 3 or 4 rod spread and fish all those lures, fish the 160 or the 200 at different depths.
Yeah. And then, so you can do a 4 lure spread and you can make a 180-degree turn with no tangles.
Wow.
Because they move, and I know you can't see your hands, but they move over the top of each other, over and under each other because of that. So I like, my spread is I'll have a 200 on up tight on the depth, on the deep one, that 50 feet back, and then a 200 on the medium one, 75 feet back. And then on the first long one, I go 100 feet back on the medium or the deep, and then the shallow one, 125 feet back.
Wow.
And so we're using Power Pro standard depth hunter, which changes colors every 25 feet. So you know exactly where your lures are. So my theory in doing it was I wanted to run it like a marlin spread. I wanted it to be very, very precise. If you're going to catch marlin, you don't just dump lures back there and see what happens, right? There's wave positions, and there's very, very specific reason why you put certain size and types of lures at certain positions in the spread. And that's the same theory that went on Ledge Runner. So
great.
Yeah.
What a great concept.
Yeah, it really is. And
it's going to kill it.
For the longer ones, for the 2 long ones, we're using Talica 25s with Therese 70XH, because you can pick it up and fight it. Everybody on the East Coast has gotten so used to just grinding wahoo in from the rod holder.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I mean, because they're good to eat, but you know, you lost the sport of it. Right. So we're fishing Talica 40s on the Therese 5.7 high-speed rod for our 2 close ones, which is really nice because those I use over in I run them flat on bent butts because that helps get spread.
Ah,
right? So that everything can go
Makes
over the
sense.
top or under each other. But it's dynamite. I mean, I just absolutely believe everybody will. The more they pull them, the more they're going to find what they can catch on.
Yeah, and can you imagine when the big bluefin out here get on lures?
Yep.
They're going to kill it with that.
Yeah, we missed it last year. Again, we got all the final stuff a little late, and we were just trying to finalize all the wahoo, and we didn't get out here to fish the bluefin. But we're going to come out and figure it out on a full ledge runner spread on
Wow.
bluefin this year.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, and I have time to come do that.
Yeah, now you're done. Now you're gonna have time. Yeah.
I figure it'll take me about a week or two. Maybe.
And I know Kate told me he's going to be going out on a 3-day on the Shogun, which
Yep.
is super cool in May. So
Yep.
you'll have a chance to do that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty fun. The Shimano booth is super cool. It's bigger this year, huh? Is it bigger
the footprint is a little bit bigger. It's
Yeah.
not too much different, but the layout is quite different
Yeah.
from last year.
One of
Yeah.
the things that really caught my eye, and I don't know about you guys, is I haven't really had a lot of interaction with the new Talica 40.
Yep.
What an amazing reel that is! Wow, it's a big reel in a small package. Is the
Yeah,
way
so
I would describe.
I mean,
it,
you know,
right?
straight up, it's the same diameter and everything as the Talica 50, but it's narrower.
Yeah.
But I mean, depending on how you set it up, that reel can do just any. I mean, again, I'm using it for wahoo fishing. I think for out here for bluefin tuna fishing, it's going to be all that you need because it's
Yeah.
got plenty of capacity. I'm using it for a blue marlin pitch reel. You know,
Wow.
it's going to do a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, what's really cool is in the Northeast, they're already on it for jigging giants.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of the next step up from the Talica 25.
Yeah, they were jigging with the Talica 25, but this is even a better package for them jigging.
Because of the narrow spool, right?
because of the narrow spool and the capacity and the power and the larger drag plate.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about jigging for 500, 600, 700 pound bluefins.
Ooh. So when you're talking about jigging for a 200-pound bluefin, it's nothing. Just turn the handle, right?
Yeah, I guess to them, yes,
Yeah.
not to me,
Yeah.
but to them, yes, absolutely.
Jigging for a 600-pound bluefin.
You know when you're bit,
Yeah, I would think.
and you know when you're bit. Yeah.
I think I'm
would
stuck
think
on the
so.
bottom.
Yeah. But if you do go to the show in Costa Mesa, and then you'll have a booth also on the Del Mar show too.
We do,
the San Diego show. Yeah.
And then you know the sort of other one is, like I said, the Stella 25,000, which we took for guys fishing poppers and stuff. We took the Stella 20,000. Well, it's in the new Stella SW, but we also put a deeper spool with more drag.
Wow.
So that's
a big spinning reel.
It's a big spinning reel, but it gives you tremendous power for popper fishing.
Yeah.
What rod do you line that up with?
One of the Osea plugger big games, which are really, really awesome. It just a little bit depends on what size plug you're using as to specifically what action. But there's been so much development in the Osea plugger big game where
Such a great rod.
again, we modeled those off the Northeast, which is why I think they apply here. But those guys are not doing harnesses anymore in the Northeast, even
Wow.
on the spin rods. No, they're using a pad really low on your thighs, and then the rest is all the power of the rod.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool things to see in the Shimano. Did anything attract your attention there while you were there at Big Al?
It was great to see all the people. It was
Yeah.
busy, busy. Saw all the new stuff.
Yeah.
Checked out the booth. Great booth.
Yeah.
The Shimano booth is always a fantastic standout booth.
Right.
A lot of people are milling around checking things out. So
Yeah.
it was a good show.
Yeah, for sure. And then one of the demonstrations that they have a bunch of cool demonstrations. One of the demonstrations they have is using the twin power spinning reel to show the new feature on the spinning reels. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
We have a lot of new features.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that keeps
Lead me a little more, Peter.
that keeps the line coming off the reel smoothly.
Oh yeah, that's in the smaller ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, the display on the smaller reels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the way the line winds on the spool, so that when the line is pulling off the spool, how smooth the tip is because
Right.
of the line lay on the spool.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's a new feature that
Yeah.
they add to the small. That's on the smaller. spin
That's on
reels.
the smaller
So that's
spin.
not on bigger Stellas or.
Well, it kind of is. We don't show it quite the same way, but it
Yeah.
is. We have similar line lay feature on the larger spinning reels.
But if you do go by the Shimano booth, and you like to use small spinning reels, go get a demonstration on that. There's a lot to see. A lot to see.
we
at
call
the
it.
show.
We call it Infinity Cross.
Infinity trips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
and Infinity Drive, Infinity Loop. It's all part of. There's the three infinities: cross, drive, and loop that all work together.
all part of that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you. Already, we're blasting through this show. One note of interest here, unfortunately, the fan phones are down right now. Kyle is working hard to put them back up, but our phone system is down at the fan, and hopefully he'll get it back up here very, very shortly. But we do have the text, right, Wayne?
Yeah, we have texts coming in.
Yeah, texts are flowing through.
Yeah, we got one right
here.
here.
Well, no, and actually, as you can hear, great show today and just fantastic. Dave Pfeiffer and, of course, special guest Al, the sports barber. Tell them what we're giving away today.
Wow, if you are on if you can watch us on the video, we've got it on display right here. There's a Shimano Torium 20HG that we will be giving away. On top of that, one lucky caller or texter is going to be getting 2 tickets to the PCS show in San Diego.
Which is coming up here in a couple of weeks, March 19th through the 22nd.
Yeah,
really fantastic. So we'll keep you posted if the phones open up. But in the meantime, you want to talk to Dave, you want to talk to Al, just get on the Let's Talk Hookup app, text us, and we'll get your question on the air.
Yeah, and we'll be right back with the El Presidente, Dave Pfeiffer, and Al, the sports barber. And again, one lucky caller or texter will be winning that Torium 20HG and 2 passes to the San Diego PCS show. We'll be right back. Remember, you can listen to us on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube and Facebook Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
Here's the hot tip on the best fishing LA has to offer. 22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro. They are home to LA's finest open party fleet, including overnight on the Freedom, Catalina Freelance on the Pursuit, half-day trips on the Monte Carlo, and 3/4-day trips on the Sea Angler. For your own private charter, we have the Outrider and Trueline available. There's always plenty of free parking and a fully stocked tackle store. 22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro. Call 310-832-8304 or on the web at 22ndstreet.com.
When you're offshore fishing, the right gear makes all the difference, and that includes Fujinon stabilized binoculars from Baker Marine. Come see Baker Marine at the PCS show in Costa Mesa and Del Mar to explore the full Fujinon binocular lineup and take advantage of the fantastic show specials, only from Baker Marine. Need the best? Fujinon Stabiscope is the professional's choice. Looking for top-tier stabilization at a great price? The Fujinon Techno Stabby TSX 1440 delivers rock-steady vision even through rough waters, perfect for serious anglers. Baker Marine is the largest Fujinon retailer on the West Coast and services all brands of binoculars. They also have super lightweight stabilized binoculars for hunting and other outdoor activities. Visit Baker Marine at PCS Costa Mesa and Del Mar shows and take advantage of the exclusive show specials, or stop by their store on Shelter Island in San Diego. Learn more at bakermarine.com. bakermarine.com.
Fillet knives shouldn't be disposable. Introducing Aftco fillet knives that are built to last. Designed in collaboration with Boker, Germany, Aftco knives feature 4116 German stainless steel, bonded with titanium nitride to ensure optimum corrosion resistance and exceptional edge retention. A non-slip TPR handle maintains a firm grip when processing game fish. Fillet knives from Aftco. Any fish, any water.
The sports shows are coming, and it's the best time to buy that new boat you always wanted. West Coast Marine will have Parker and Camus boats along with Yamaha outboards at the PCS shows in Costa Mesa and Del Mar this year, all at special boat show prices. Owner Nick Kelly will show you all the latest boats from Parker. These are models designed with the West Coast angler in mind and the ultimate platform for our kind of fishing. West Coast Marine has a great inventory of Parker and Camus boats and Yamaha outboards at their shop on Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa too, along with the finest service on Yamaha outboards and more. Nick will have several Yamaha powered boats at the show available for you to check out. Be sure to go by the West Coast Marine booth at the PCS shows in Costa Mesa and Del Mar, or stop by their Costa Mesa location and see their inventory of new and used boats and Yamaha outboards. Check westcoastmarine.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Hey, are we having a great time in studio? Dave Pfeiffer, Shimano, and Al, the sports barber.
Yeah, special guest on the phone right now, Captain Frank Lopresti. Good morning, Frank.
Well, good morning. But boy, I can't hardly believe it. Pfeiffer is retiring.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to say I gotta say thank you to Dave for you know, Shimano, a big part of what Shimano is because of Dave Pfeiffer. And
No
he
question.
has been such a help to our industry over the years. All I can say is congratulations. Have a good time, but I think you're too young to retire. Take care,
Well,
Dave, and God bless you.
Thank you, Frank. That means a lot, especially coming from you. I sincerely appreciate it.
That's so cool, Frank. It's been quite a show up there, right, Frank? You were up there.
Oh, it's a great show. Wonderful show.
Yeah.
But I'm going to avoid it today.
Yeah, but of course your guys will all be there, and of course we're going to have Aliar Hajanavi from the Polaris Supreme on the show tomorrow, so that'll be great, talking about the Polaris Supreme. And one thing I want to say, thank you very much, Frank, for donating you and Aliar a 2-day trip on the Polaris Supreme for our big Rollo raffle giveaway in our Let's Talk Hookup booth too. We're giving away a Shimano Talica 20. We're giving away a 2-speed, a Torium 20, a pair of Costa sunglasses, and a 2-day trip on the Polaris Supreme. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. And the tickets are $10, right?
$10.
All that money goes to taking kids fishing through Captain Rollo's Kids at Sea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so go by the booth, see Tommy and the guys over there, Dave and Dan and Wayne and I'll be there occasionally too.
Celebrity
go by
guest
there,
appearance.
Yeah, and go by there and see those guys and donate to that and have a chance to win some pretty phenomenal prizes.
Only tickets sold at the 2 shows.
Yep.
So you're going to have some great odds to win
Great.
4
odds.
outstanding prizes.
Yeah, so go by there. But Frank, thank you, and thanks for all the good stuff you do. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you for supporting Friends of Rollo. It's a great organization. Thank you. Okay, take care. Good luck, Dave.
Thank you, Frank. Best to you.
Maybe he'll go on the Roll Polaris with you.
Maybe.
Hey, you never know. Thanks, Frank. Appreciate it. All right. Nice to hear from you for sure.
Bet.
Yeah, definitely. A lot going on at the show. You know, one thing I want to mention at the show, Seakeeper has a super cool booth there. And they have a teeter-totter in their booth. Did you see that?
I did, yeah.
And
I tried to get on it with Al, but they told us no, we're not going to let you guys do
didn't
that.
work. Would have sent you over the top. But they have the Seakeeper 1, which is actually what I have in my Steiger craft. And it basically you sit on the teeter-totter and when they turn it on, it basically stabilizes the teeter-totter. Even if you're both on
crazy.
there, it's pretty amazing. And then they have the Seakeeper ride system on there. But go by and ride the teeter-totter and check it out. You'll be pretty impressed. It's a great demo. For Seakeeper.
They make great product.
Yeah,
Unbelievable
for
what
sure.
they're doing. Yeah.
What were some of the things that were standout stuff to you at the show, Dave? I mean,
Well,
you got a
I
chance
have to be
walk
honest. I
around a
didn't
little
really
bit?
get much of a chance to get around. Not like I normally do, but I had different meetings and different things going on. But I honestly, I may sound like a cop out, but just the energy. I thought the energy was great. It seemed like people were super positive and cranked up. And you can always kind of tell the vibe of a show every year. And I thought the vibe was really good, both for the people coming in as well as the people in the booths. So I thought that was great. Everybody seemed to be really into it and really excited about the year. And so from our perspective, as a company, that is important for us to see because it gives us confidence that business is probably going to be pretty good for the year. And, so that was it for me. But outside of that, I didn't really get a chance to pay a lot of attention to specific products this time.
Al, what do you think of this warm water we're having here, huh?
Oh,
it's
man.
going to make fishing pretty darn
You
good.
keep
here,
thinking
huh?
that these few storms that we've had go through and it's going to dump down to 57, 56. It's holding.
Yeah,
It's holding.
It is.
I think we're going to see a big jump here pretty soon.
Yeah, they caught a bluefin off of Monterey, if you can believe that already. So they're around.
Yeah.
And I know they catch. I know a lot of guys are out today. I know San Diego's out today on their first trip of the year. Exploring the yellowtail situation. We'll find out more about that. I know a couple of boats exploring out for yellowtail today at the Coronado Islands and locally out at the islands. So I think it's going to be a pretty good year.
It's been the best start I've ever seen for calico bass. January was fantastic.
Is that right?
Yeah. A little offshore wind. Unfortunately, no surf for the surfers, but that let us get really tight. And we did doing some really good calico bass fishing. Not a lot of size, but a lot of numbers.
Yeah.
And that juvenile sand bass, we can't get them off our hooks. The short sand bass are alive and well.
Wow.
Believe me.
Yeah, that the environmentalists were telling us they were gone, right?
Oh yeah, they were going to try to put them under protection because
Yeah.
they're, the seasonality when we were overfishing them and
Yeah.
and all of that. Yeah, it was ugly. But and then this season that we had was one of the best we've had in 10 years.
Yeah. And that's why you have to be a part of CCA, because CCA was a big part of stopping that.
Yeah,
The CCA Calico Bass trip on the Some Fun with Brian Woolley. We invited Fish and Game to come do a study, and they came and we caught over 700 bass.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was the person that actually manages that species that was testifying for the department on it.
His thumb was chewed.
Yeah, good.
His thumb was chewed.
You got
He was
to realize
he was
it's not an
putting black
issue.
tape on his thumb
Yeah.
halfway through. It
That's
was
a beautiful
chewed.
thing.
We had a beautiful
always a
tank
beautiful
of
thing.
anchovies. It was a great day.
The best
Yeah.
part right now is this warm water is stuck and we have bait everywhere up and down the coast.
Everywhere.
And all the different types of bait.
Yeah.
And then last year we had the red crab all the way down to Cedros. And if this warm water pops, we could get that back in. It'll
There's
just
so much
bring it
bait.
all up again.
Yeah.
And there's so much opportunity right
it's
now.
looking good right now. And
Very.
there's a lot of stuff going to start happening right now for sure, because a lot of the boats are starting to run. We're going to start to see some good catches. But in the meantime, you have a great text, though, Rain.
I do. Hey, Dave, you're going to love this one. The question for Dave is this: is there a possibility of bringing back the Trinidad DC?
I don't know. We haven't talked about that yet, but we are always trying to expand DC technology. If I look back, I think we brought out Trinidad DC too soon. I think. So anyway, in short, always a possibility, but I don't think we have any immediate plan to do so.
That thing is the unicorn on the used market.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, the prices people are paying because they want a 20
Yep.
DC.
Yep. No, I know.
Cool.
The ultimate
Really.
throwing reel.
Definitely. Hey, James in La Jolla has a great one. He says, great show. So cool listening to Dave and Al. I'm all Shimano. Exciting stuff. How are people fishing the ledge runner for tuna? Is it similar way to trolling for wahoo with a 4-rod spread?
Yes. Short answer is yes. The longer answer is, like anything, you just gotta kind of experiment with it a little bit and figure out where you are, conditions. I think it's going to be a little bit different for yellowfin versus bluefin out here. But I think it won't take long to figure it out. I think, unlike wahoo, I would start with a spread a little further back from the boat for bluefin, maybe not for yellowfin, but and you'll probably be fishing bluefin first. So I would run them a bit further back, similar to like they do for spreader bars or what have you, or even yummies, how far back they are. I think you're going to need to do that.
So you'd have to go pretty far back.
I would start there and then see where it goes from there.
Outside of the whitewash?
Yeah.
Way back. Okay.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah. The bigger ones, I would keep one fairly close.
Okay.
So in other words, we're only spacing them about 25 feet apart fishing wahoos. And our guys that were fishing them for big eyes and stuff in the Northeast, they were fishing 2 up close and then they were fishing spreader bars, which you could certainly do. But that's a different fishery in the Northeast. I would probably start at around like the closest one at 75 and then maybe go to 125 feet. Those are on the 200s, and then go to like 200 and 250 back on the small ones and see how that.
Shallow, medium, deep.
Yeah, you just got to experiment with that too. I would definitely run probably, just experiment with it and see. Depends a lot on where the fish are holding, but also out here, from fishing the yummies, a bluefin will come up from 200 feet. These
Absolutely.
yummies. So,
Every fish looks up.
yeah. So something like that.
Like
you just
that.
got to start somewhere and then make
Play with it.
adjustments. Yeah.
Make adjustments.
But again, the great thing is you can just do that without doing too much in the spread. Just change the adjustable depth rating and run it deeper, run it shallower, see what happens. Because keep in mind that the action of the plug changes with the depth range.
Okay, you're trolling here in Southern California,
Yeah.
which you spent many, many years doing.
Yeah.
What is going to be your spread? Rod, reel, line, with the ledge runner trolling for bluefin tuna.
I'm going to fish on my lawn. I'm probably going to fish a full. It depends on the size of the fish.
Yeah.
First off, if
So
there's
let's
a lot of
say
big fish around,
it's all fish under 100 pounds.
if it's all fish under 100 pounds, then I'm going to fish a mix of TAC 40s and TAC 25s.
Okay.
And I'm going to fish, depending on what you like, I'm going to probably fish 80 or 100 pound Power Pro with probably 130 pound fluoro leader on the 40s, and fish 65 or 80 on the TAC 25s with the same 130 pound fluorocarbon short leader on
with how big a Power Pro?
On the Talica 25, 65 or 80.
65.
Either one.
Max Quattro?
You could do Max Quattro metered. Because again, you want to know how far back your plug is so that you can keep making adjustments. And then once you get bit, I had it at 150 or I had it at 200 feet back or whatever, right?
Because it's colored every
100 feet on Max Quattro meter.
Yeah.
So 80-pound Max Quattro on a TAC 25 would be fantastic. Because even if you hooked a bigger fish, 100, 150-pound fish, you're still totally fine, right?
Yeah.
So I would fish the 200 size on Talica 40s. Those are going to be my 2 flat lines staggered. And TAC 25s with 80-pound, we'll say Max Quattro metered on the long ones.
Okay. And the rod?
I think on the rod, I would go with personally our short, our 4.3 roller, Therese Blue Waters. Now, you could absolutely fish rail rods. Right. The only thing I don't like about the rail rods on the short ones is that they're standing up so high in the holders. So I would fish a bent butt, short, stand up, all roller.
What's the advantage of a bent butt?
Because they lay flatter coming off the stern, right? That the lines cross over each other better. And I think they run a little bit more stable. If you use a 7.5-foot rail rod, you're up high. And you've got a really strong angle down.
Right.
For the longer baits, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But for the shorter baits, personally.
So 2 bent butts, 2
straight rods. Yeah.
Okay.
In the old days, we used to use release clips in the corners.
Yep.
To keep them down.
So that would eliminate the need of a release clip.
Yeah, you wouldn't need a release clip at all
if you use bent butts.
I'm not saying you can't do it with your 4 rail rods or whatever.
Sure,
I'm just saying I think that's a more
that's
optimal,
a good thread. I like that idea.
spread
for the short ones.
Really I think we're going to have some of that this year.
Absolutely.
It's going to be absolutely some good opportunity for fishing. And then
the good thing is you can cover a lot of water and all different depths of the water, and even if you're not getting bites for whatever reason, you're still covering water and finding fish.
Yeah.
And you may shut down and put a flyer out or whatever the case might be, but I think you're going to catch plenty of. I think you're going to get a lot of bites on fish you don't see.
Yeah. One of the things that is so exciting about this year, El Nino year, is the return of hopefully yellowfin in the fall, and that's when we're really going to. When ledge runner's really going to come shining, right? It's
yellowfins love them.
Yeah,
yellowfins have always
eat
loved
them
them. So do big eye.
Yeah,
I don't know that you'll ever get big eye back,
we'll
but
see. You never know.
But yellowfins absolutely, and same thing. You're going to catch mahis on them. You're going to catch yellowtail.
I was just going to say the mahi could come back too.
Yeah, it's a multi-species
spread and lure. On them.
Yeah,
sure. So
you have a great text.
I got another one. The Sport Barber is very popular.
He is a popular guy.
Awesome show as ever. This is John in Huntington Beach. I have a question for Al, the Sports Barber. What kind of boat do you have? Do you have secrets for the local calico hunters?
I have a 19-foot Key West and just turned 30 years old in January.
Amazing.
My hull. I'm on my 4th engine. I'm powered with a Yamaha 115.
Wow.
And
is the same engine the whole all 4 engines?
No.
The Yamaha?
Yeah, all Yamaha.
All Yamaha.
Yep. Mr. Ostrowski set me up thanks to Dave years ago. I got my first one. I ran that at 90 for 17 years.
Wow.
But it's a great Key West is just a great boat. I love it, and it's just treated me very well. And then for spots, you just got to go out and find your own spots. Get that meter working. The best thing you can do is go out and get that meter working and start looking around and know the difference between what hard bottom and soft bottom looks like. And when you're on some hard bottom and you're on a spot. If it's hard bottom, looking for bait, there's tons of ways to go out and find new places. And there's some apps out now that you literally can see the contour of the ocean floor. There's no secret spots anymore. There's no secret spots anymore. But best thing to do is just get out and go looking.
You know? And you're fishing tight a lot too, right?
Tight,
depending on the weather.
Sometimes we're 50, 60, 70 feet of water too.
Okay. Yeah.
A couple weekends ago, we got them really good right off the point. That sand bass I got right off the point, and we were in 70 feet of water.
Wow.
And then other times, like in January, we were in less than 10 feet.
So you're relying on your meter a lot.
Relying on the meter a lot. Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. Hey, I have another great one here too for question for Dave, which is interesting. It's Ian in Bay Park says, Shimano's are my favorite reels. Why aren't any lefty reels in the offshore production, with the exception of the Torium?
There's a simple answer to that question, and it's a total business answer. And that is just that the ratio of left-handed reels to right-handed reels in sales is traditionally very small, but the tooling costs are, there's almost no shared tooling. So it's all new tooling. It's a big investment. And so on a dollars and cents thing, it's hard to make it pay. So we do try to continually increase lefties. We're doing more jigging reels. We have toriums. But as far as like larger lever drags like Talicas or Tiagras and stuff, so far it just hasn't made the dollar and cents, calculation work. And I know that's a hard answer to hear for lefties.
Sure.
I understand that, but it's
well,
tough.
I'm left-handed, but I'm weird because I'm all over.
I'm left-handed too.
Yeah.
But I cannot hold a left-handed reel.
No, me either. Yeah. But on a spinning reel, I like to shift the side.
I'm right-handed unconventional. I'm left on spinning, but
left on spinning.
But anyway, so that's the straight up answer. And again, I know that's hard for the lefties to
but you just need to turn. You need to learn to.
Convert more people to left-handed reels.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Definitely. Yep. Wayne, you have another good one, huh?
Got one from Ralph in Menifee. Good morning, guys. Always a fantastic show when Dave's on, and I hope he continues to come on even after retirement. I was at the PCS show yesterday and visited the Fisherman's Landing booth. Ricky hooked me up with a new beautiful CalStar Graphite 95J, 30 to 60 pounds. And I wanted to talk to Dave and ask him, what would you put on it for yellowtail? Does he prefer the Tranx 500 or the Trinidad 16, 20, and why?
I think a little bit depends on what you're doing with it. If you're, I don't know the specs on that rod.
It's a 30 to 60 pound.
More of a bait rod, right?
Jig rod.
Jig rod. Yeah. If it's a jig rod, I'd fish the Tranx 500 all day long. I got fishing the Tranx 500, and I always like to give Ricky grief because Ricky used to tell me, no way you're fishing. I'm fishing a level line reel for surface iron. Never. I remember the day Ricky told me, you will never see me do that. And I always fished it with straight Power Pro. Never. And now Ricky is a Tranx 500.
Tranx 500.
I love that Tranx 500.
Caught a 200-pound tuna on it.
I know. And I caught a lot of big bluefins and everything. So I would fish the Tranx 500.
I love the Tranx 500 for throwing the surface iron.
For throwing a
It's
jig.
fantastic.
Now, but I will admit, for a bait rod, I prefer like a Trinidad 16.
Yeah.
Just easier control on the spool.
Absolutely.
All of that. So jig, Tranx 500.
Yeah.
Bait. It's not that you can't use the Tranx 500 for bait. You could easily cross over, but if you're asking me one or the other for that specific technique, then I would go Trinidad bait, Tranx 500.
Now, a lot of guys fishing lures like to fish mono when they're throwing a surface iron.
Yeah.
Would you put mono on a Tranx 500?
You certainly could.
Yeah.
I'm 100% straight Power Pro on surface.
What size Power Pro are you putting on that?
65.
65 Power Pro.
Yep.
Max Quattro or just straight Power
Either
Pro?
one. Either one.
What about the Super Slick version 2? Would that cast
I wouldn't
better?
use that. No.
That
me. I like the little stiffer. Standard Power Pro and Max Quattro are a little bit stiffer than Super Slick, and I like that for surface iron casting.
Yes. So, what is the purpose of Power Pro version 2 Super Slick?
That especially
spinning?
It's a great spinning line, and it's, in my opinion, a great bass convention, bait casting reel line. Just because it's a little more supple, a little softer. So for certain techniques, especially maybe lighter lure techniques, that softer, more supple line, like on the fall and different things, I think is really nice.
Yeah.
But for the kind of conditions around throwing a surface iron or yo-yo fishing or whatever, I'm Max Quattro and I'm standard Power Pro.
Okay, cool. Well, we have Marcos from C4 standing by, but we're going to take a break. When we come back, more from Dave, more from Al. Stay tuned. This is Let's Talk Hookup, Southern California Sport Fishing Voice on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.
One rod has set the standard for serious saltwater anglers worldwide, and that's CalStar. From the rugged dependability of the West Coast series, the lightweight strength of the Graphiter, or the performance of the GG series, all CalStar rods are handmade right here in Southern California of the finest materials and craftsmanship. Check out the new CalStar models now available, as well as upgrades to the classic rods that you know and love. If you want your tackle to be state-of-the-art tools to get the job done right, it's CalStar at fine tackle dealers.
Get ready for the most exciting sports show of the year, the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Tackle, Boat, and Travel Show, presented by Geico. Now 2 great dates and locations. First, the Giant 16th Annual Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, March 5th through the 8th at the OC Fair and Event Center in Costa Mesa. Then, the first annual Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, San Diego, March 19th to the 22nd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Check out hundreds of sport fishing exhibitors, manufacturers, tackle dealers, fishing boats, and fishing resorts, taking up the huge fairgrounds at both locations, plus fantastic seminars and free kids trout pond. Seminars featuring some of the top names in the industry, from catching giant bluefin, swordfish, calico bass, freshwater bass, trout, and more. Take advantage of incredible show specials from major tackle retailers and boat dealers. Talk to the top fishing travel destinations. Thursday, March 5th to Sunday, March 8th at the Orange County Fairgrounds in Costa Mesa, and in San Diego, March 19th to the 22nd at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Presented by Geico. Check sportfishingfestival.com.
Gamakatsu has amazing show deals for you. Buy any 2 packs of Gamakatsu hooks and get one free. That in itself is an amazing deal. But get this. Purchase $25 of Gamakatsu products at the show and get a free pocket utility case. Purchase $50 of Gamakatsu products at the show and receive a free Gamakatsu everyday carry knife worth almost $100 at participating dealers while supplies last. Only from Gamakatsu at the PCS shows.
Turner's Outdoorsman, Southern California's #1 shooting, hunting, and fishing tackle retailer since 1971, is right in your neighborhood. Now with stores throughout Southern, Central, and Northern California. No one does it better. Turner's Outdoorsman brings you the best prices and selection, plus a knowledgeable staff that will help make your day on the water or in the field more fun. Stop by your neighborhood Turner's Outdoorsman. To find a location nearest you, check the web at turners.com and sign up for special deals and more.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Hey, we got Marcos on the line, and we got the Marcos is sponsored by Dana Landing in Mission Bay, your one-stop shop for everything you need to go fishing. A complete deli, beverage, boating supplies, as well as San Diego's most complete saltwater tackle shops. Also, check our East County Bait and Tackle in Lemon Grove. And Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle with the best of both freshwater and saltwater tackle, along with live bait. Dana Landing is next to Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway in Lakeside, and Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle is on Broadway in Lemon Grove. Check DanaLanding.com. And hey, Marcos, what's going on?
Good morning. How's everyone doing this morning?
Morning, good. Marcos. Great to hear from you. It's a big day at Seaforth today, right?
Yeah, the San Diego went out this morning, went out on their first Cornell Islands trip of the year, so we're hoping to hear good news from them. Beyond that, I mean, still some solid half-day fishing there, good white fishing, a little bit of calico bass, a little bit of other bottom fishing to mix there, sheephead and sculpin, what we can catch still, some bonito earlier in the week, so about what you'd expect in March here. Difference being that we haven't stopped, so it's just a continuation of last season at this point. Hopefully San Diego, like I said, goes out there and catches. So a little slow on what's happened, but we got a lot coming up here. Besides the San Diego schedule every day, we got a 2-day in the middle of the week on the Pacific Voyager. We've got the Sea Watch coming up. We've got some 3/4 day trips on there. Starting next weekend, the new Seaforth goes back to those morning and afternoon half days. So our little mini vacation over there is over. So back to opening early for us. Definitely check the website, seaforthlanding.com. Got that full schedule up there for everything. Half days, full days, 3/4 days, 2 days. Got some day and a half next month. So all available online. You can make a reservation straight on the website there. Give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. Come down, visit us in person. Make sure your gear's all tuned up. Grab a breakfast burrito next door and then go fishing. And don't forget about daylight savings time tonight. I know most people's phones and everything updates automatically, but for those of you still using an old alarm clock, don't forget to update that. You don't want to show up late for your trip.
Yeah, we lose an hour tonight.
The clock in your car.
Yeah, which is great. Because then when you go fishing, you'd still be light when you get home.
Exactly. Yeah, plenty of time to clean your fish.
Yeah, for sure. And I might add, too, be sure to go by the Seaforth Sport Fishing booth. All the guys are hanging out at the Seaforth Sport Fishing booth up in Costa Mesa, PCS show, right?
And I hear Ricky's wandering around up there, too. Maybe you can get an autograph from him.
Oh, yeah. No, he's up there in the Fisherman's Landing tackle booth.
Right in the door.
One person you won't see is Marcos up there because he's got to man the fort at Seaforth, right, Marcos?
Somebody's got to get these San Diego trips out.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Marcos. Appreciate the report, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
We'll talk to you then, guys.
All right. Thanks for that. Appreciate that very much. You have a great text, huh?
Yeah, we got another one. It says, good morning, gentlemen. Love fishing my Talica 10 for the live bait setup for tuna up to 80 pounds. Do you know when you're going to expect a new version of that reel to come out? And then what would you recommend for bigger live bait fishing?
That's a great question. So, yeah, I love the Talica 10s too. When I was fishing here, I fished them for everything. I really had no concern about how big a fish I would hook on a Talica 10. I don't know the firm schedule on updating the Talica 10s at this point. But as far as if you're going to go larger, I mean, if you enjoy the Talica 10, a natural progression would be the 12, which will handle unbelievable, size fish. So either a Talica 12 or it would put you into something like a Trinidad 20 or a Torium 20 if you prefer a Star Dragon that larger size, maybe for smaller baits or whatever. But still, Talica 12 all day long, unbelievable reel.
Talk about the difference between the previous version of Talica versus the Talica A series.
Yeah, there's so much difference. We went to a 2-drag configuration, which provides more consistent pressure on the spool. Infinity drive, which gives you, and we have that display at PCS where you can compare the new one versus the previous generation. Yeah, the power is, it's noticeably different.
Yes.
So those factors, there's a lot of other things. We slimmed the frame size down. So there's a lot of other refinements to it, but the big one is what we did in the Infinity drive with the power and what we did in the drag configuration.
Yeah. So most likely we're not going to see Talica 10A at this year's ICAST show.
I'm not really supposed to say anything about what we'll see whenever. And technically, that's not my job anymore.
That's your job. All right. Very political. Very,
how's that? Yeah.
That's a very
was I evasive enough for you?
Very presidential.
I can be more evasive if you would like.
April 1, the gloves come off, though.
You can ask someone else that question.
Robert from Canyon Country says, great show. I love my Therese rods. Can you talk about Therese rods and their applications in Southern California?
Therese is a really broad series now when we added the blue water portion to it. So you've got, your 6'6" and 7 foot stuff that works for, everything, for live bait fishing, for, yo-yo fishing, dropper loop fishing. And then now, like I said, some of the stand-up versions, rail, we still have some rail rods in Therese. So it's a broad question that I don't really know how to answer specifically, other than I feel like we have almost everything in Therese except more like jig sticks or long deckhand style rods. That's all in our Terramar lineup.
Okay.
So but otherwise, yeah, Therese is pretty broad,
and it's such a great rod.
Yeah, it's super light, super powerful, a lot of recovery.
Super light is one of the keys.
Yeah. So again, it covers pretty much everything you need except the deckhand style and the jig sticks. We don't have that at this point in Therese.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Wayne?
Yeah, I got another one, and this is kind of interesting. Dan from Pomona. Hey, great show always, and committed to Shimano. Make it most of my gear. Question for Dave. On a budget-friendly angler, can you talk about some of the similarities that both Torium, and he says Talica, but I'm thinking Trinidad, share in respect to the internal parts? Also, what do you feel would be the best style of reel for fishing the coastal yellowtail and calico bass? Thank you.
Yeah, great question. And I think, the Torium and the Trinidad share a tremendous number of internal parts. So the Torium is a painted body, a die-cast frame rather than machine frame. So that's a lot of cost savings, but still plenty strong. And because it's die-cast, we paint it. So it's painted die-cast versus machined aluminum. Other than that, the internals are going to be almost identical.
Really?
Yeah.
Such a great reel for a phenomenal price.
Yes. Yep. And so that's really the heart of the difference is the machined aluminum, which is a little less material, a little bit lighter, and the anodized finish, which is a little bit more durable overall. But that's the main trade-off between Torium and Trinidad. So Torium is an unbelievable reel for the price. And for local fishing, coastal fishing, I think the 16 is just the size. For great big size. Yellowtail, sea bass, it's going to handle anything you're going to do. but still, if you were fishing calico bass with bait and stuff, it's not like so big that it's uncomfortable for that. So I think the 16, that's pretty much all I used to fish when I was here.
The 16.
Yeah.
But even this 20, small
Yeah.
reel. I
Yeah.
mean, it's and the difference between the 16 and the 20
is just the width, but
the width of the spool.
Yeah, you take a 16 and you put 65 max quattro on it.
Yeah.
And you're going to do
can
anything
catch
you need to do,
almost
not only
anything.
coastal, but that's what I used to fish at Clementi.
Yeah.
I would throw surface iron with it when I wasn't using Tranks 500, dropper loop fishing for big sea bass, everything. So
Performance between the Trinidad and the Torium in your field.
very,
Both
very
of them
little.
cast both of them cast amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
It's,
little.
it's just the way it's maybe in the longevity of the reel, but not really, right?
I guess longevity, I mean, on the internals is going to be about the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But-
But again, because there's not really much difference between the internal, I mean, the gearing
Interesting.
and the drag system, all that is basically the same.
Yeah.
And do you put that 16 or 20 on a what is it, a Terramar 800M?
I think you put on the Terramar 8-foot medium or medium heavy. I used to use a lot of the medium heavy.
Yeah.
To do everything you need to do.
Yeah.
Wow, as you can hear, we're coming up on that first hour. Things go quick around here. We got Dave from Shimano and Al, the sports barber. And when we come back, we'll be on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube and Facebook Live. And we'll say goodbye to the 97.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, this is Local Knowledge and BD Outdoors. I'm a lucky guy in so many ways, and one thing I'm really grateful for is my little brother, Yosef. Yosef is not only a fellow angler, but he's also an amazing realtor that specializes in helping us in the angling community find the ultimate home. If you own a home, get a free no-obligation evaluation online now by typing in SoCalHomeEval.com. That's SoCalHomeEval.com. All you do is put in your address, and you'll get a home value report immediately sent to your email. No pressure, no obligations, just answers. Yosef is the SoCal real estate go-to guy. He's helped me and so many of my fellow fishing buddies find what they're looking for in a home. He knows anglers and he understands the real estate market. Not only that, but he's also a really nice guy. How many brothers can you say that about? Go to SoCalHomeEval.com and find out where you stand in the real estate market, and then get with Yosef and find your ultimate home. Again, go to SoCalHomeEval.com and we'll see you on the water.
PCS show is coming, and we will have our best booth ever. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle. Check us out in the wildly popular saltwater building at the PCS show in Costa Mesa. We will have exclusive products and promotions available only from us. Everything at the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth will be on sale with a ton of high-quality saltwater products that no one else at the show will have. For saltwater tackle at the PCS show, your best stop is the Fisherman's Landing Tackle booth. The name that stands out among anglers is Fisherman's Landing, your top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hardworking crew will make your fishing experience one to remember. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. All our open party trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Sport fishing, not just for dad anymore, thanks to the Dana Wharf's Kids Club. Dana Wharf Sport Fishing invites all anglers 12 and under to join the Kids Club today. Membership includes over $100 of really cool stuff, like 2 free fishing trips, whale watch trip, as well as a free Dana Wharf Kids Club hat or t-shirt. Log on to the website, danawharf.com, or visit them in Dana Point Harbor, the bass capital of the West, and only minutes from the 5 freeway in Orange County.
Hello, this is Captain Mike Totter from Searcher Sport Fishing. Alongside my colleague, Chef Josh Evans, and our dedicated team, we invite you to join us aboard the Searcher. Our fishing trips range from a day and a half to 8 days, available May through November, and include charter options. We're committed to upholding a legacy of top-notch customer service, delicious food, and a friendly and talented crew. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call Rachel at 619-226-2403. That's searchersportfishing.com. We look forward to welcoming you aboard.
Do you know why 1 million customers visited Summit Gasoline last year at the San Diego Sports Arena? Because they give you the lowest price on fuel, great service, and easy access, even for trucks and trailers at their 24 pumps. Summit is known for the best price on ice, too. Almost half the cost of any other vendor. 25 pounds for just $3.99. Martha and her crew love fishermen, and they'll prove it by giving you 100 pounds free with a 35-gallon fill-up. Summit offers over 40 snacks and drinks to choose from for only 89 cents, and even a line of hand creams and lip balms for 89 cents too. Summit now proudly offers locally made burritos and sandwiches, made fresh daily and ready to go wherever the current takes you. Summit just upgraded their car wash, and for a limited time, get a deluxe car wash for only $6. Grab the wife's car, grab a cheap sandwich, and make up for the day on the water. Summit Gasoline, lowest prices, friendliest staff, easy access, and free ice. What more can you ask for?
Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, YouTube Live. And we're here with Mr. Dave El Presidente, we call him, but soon not to be. But he'll be kind of own El Presidente in his own house. But Dave Pfeiffer from Shimano, El Past Presidente from Shimano, and Al the Sports Barber. Of course, Dave's still going to be heavily involved in a lot of influence in Shimano for, I don't know what, few more years?
Not heavily.
Not heavily. Like more fish, more fun stuff, more spending time with your family and friends. I think that's just, you've certainly earned it after 38 years.
Yep.
My goodness. Wow. Yeah. Dave was a part of us here at Let's Talk Hookup from the start. I mean, it's like we're at almost 35 years now. And right from the beginning, Dave was there. Yeah. How long have you been president?
In one form or another for, I guess it's been 17 years. 17 years.
Yeah. But you've been with Shimano for 38 years in various capacities.
Yeah.
Even worked back with the famous Patrick G.
I saw Patrick yesterday. Yeah. We reminisced about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So, Patrick and I worked together for a long time.
Yeah.
Pretty
cool.
Yeah.
A lot of great people have been a part of Shimano for many, many years.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been great.
Yeah.
Right? It's gone by in the blink of an eye, and it's been an amazing experience. I love the industry.
Yeah.
I love the people in the industry, and just, I mean, what more could you ask for working in the fishing business for your whole life?
You're going to miss it?
Oh, there's going to be parts I'm going to miss. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's, and at different times, I'm sure that'll be tough, but I've tried to prepare myself for all that.
I'm sure.
At some point, you got to move on, right?
So, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there'll definitely be things that I miss.
Yeah. And Jason doing a great job taking over. And like you say, you've been grooming him for the last couple years.
He groomed himself.
He groomed himself.
Yeah, he groomed himself. It was the easiest transition I could have imagined because he's worked really hard. He's very sharp, and he's he's ready.
I know in the marketing team, a lot of new faces. Chuck, really fantastic guy, brings a lot of experience into the marketing world from other industries, and just kind of a new era.
Yeah. It's great. Our team in total, everyone on our team loves to fish. Yeah. And I tell people that, geez, just about everybody on our team now and where we are, they have a boat, they fish. So Monday mornings are full of just fish stories, hunting stories, everything, depending on the time of the year.
I know
everybody's off doing something different.
A couple weeks ago when we had Cade and Tristan on, they were talking about their new canoes that they just got. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, no, I have a canoe too. Yeah.
You got a canoe. I saw your canoe.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool. It's kind of a flats thing, right?
Yeah. Do anything, run around in super shallow water. We fish so much really, really skinny, shallow water. And so it's very accessible for everybody. They're not expensive. They're easy to deal with. And, but again, everybody on our team fishes. We have bass, dyed-in-the-wool bass guys, saltwater guys, mix of everything guys, inshore people, offshore people. Kelsey she does her own guide business on the weekends.
Wow.
And so everybody fishes.
When you're talking skinny water, how skinny compared to what we do out here?
6 inches.
No fins down there.
And the crazy thing too, Wayne, is the tides change fast, and it's like from 6 inches could be like plus 6 in a matter of a very short time.
Yeah,
So you have to
my
watch
little
it.
flat skiff, I can pull it in 6 inches.
6 inches.
Yeah,
that is skinny water.
Yeah,
yeah, and it's got an outboard on it, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
So you just pull the outboard up and then just
and
push it.
Yeah, so it's a great
Pull or
word.
push.
Well, it's called polling, but yeah, you're pushing the skiff along.
Polling or pushing.
Polling.
Polling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a prop or is it a jet?
No, it's a prop.
Prop. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
How much water do you actually need for the prop to be under there?
I can run it in about 10.
Oh, that's still
10
skinny.
inches?
10 to 12 inches. Yeah.
That's still
Wow.
skinny. Wow.
Yeah.
The GNU.
Well, that's
Something-
my other skiff. My East Cape Glide is my more technical polling skiff. The GNU is just sort of an all-purpose.
Single person.
No, I can fish two in both.
You can?
In both, yeah,
On both of them?
absolutely.
Yeah. Something we'll probably never really see out here.
No,
Because
you're
we
probably
don't-
not going to fish in 6 inches of water
No.
out here. But we fish in 6
Back
inches
Bay.
of water one
Yeah.
day, and then we fish out and 600 or 1,000 feet the next day.
But they're super popular in South Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all up and down the east they are. Yeah.
Oh,
As
oh,
again, a really affordable, cool little boat.
in
but-
Florida too?
Yeah.
You see them in
Yeah.
Florida?
Oh, yeah, all over the place.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Whole different world.
Yeah, whole different world for sure. As you can hear, great show here with Dave and Al. And I don't see Al getting a canoe anytime to go fish calico bass. Do you?
No, I wouldn't think so.
I like skinny water, but that's
That's
real
a little too skinny.
That's real skinny.
But what a great prize we're giving away today, right?
Where are we? We got the Torium HG20 and 2 passes to the PCS show in San Diego for one lucky texter because the phones were down today. And boy, do we have a lot of those texts lined up. But we got Mark.
March 19th to the 22nd is going to be San Diego show for the PCS. And of course, today up at PCS Costa Mesa, full day today, full day tomorrow, 10 to 7 today, 10 to 5 tomorrow. So that's going to be great. Be sure to go by our booth, the Let's Talk Hookup booth, and make a donation to Rollo and have a chance to win a Shimano Talica 20 2-speed, a Torium 20, pair of Costa sunglasses, and a 2-day trip on the Polaris Supreme
for April 8th.
For $10.
For
$10, and all that money goes to raises to kids fishing. 100%. We don't take anything
Absolutely.
out of it. All of it goes to Rollo. If you buy $100, you might even get a bonus prize too. So if you buy 10 tickets, you get some bonus tickets and you get a bonus prize too.
Secret prize.
Yeah, secret prizes.
Stop
for
by
sure.
the booth.
Yeah.
See Tommy
we had,
P.
We had
Dave.
lots of good stuff. We had hats. We had some Shimano sweatshirts we were giving away. We had, I don't know what's left, but go by there and go Tommy and Wayne and
Dave.
and Dave and
Dan.
and Dan will be there. Yeah, fantastic. So so go by the Rollo booth, the CCA booth. Don't forget CCA. Sign up for the cast tournament, and it's coming.
The Star
up here.
Tournament.
The Star. Excuse me.
Yeah,
The
so
Star Tournament.
they're taking memberships. They have the Star Tournament.
and you get a $25 gift card to AFCO.
Yeah, if you spend the $40 to enter the tournament, you're getting a $25 gift certificate from AFCO as long as you do it before the start of the tournament.
Yeah,
very, very generous on AFCO's part.
Yeah, so thanks to AFCO for that. But lot going on. So go there today and tomorrow up at Costa Mesa, and then of course San Diego, the 19th to the 22nd. And we have our private motor buddy, Captain Mark Wish from Pacific Edge, on the line.
Yeah, and this catch report is sponsored by Fish Pros at Fishman's Processing in San Diego, where you get the premier processing experience. Check out their easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. More team members, Fishman's Processing stays far ahead of the rest. More same-day capacity and the finest customer service. Stop by their location in Old Town on Taylor Street or check fishmansprocessing.com and make your reservations today. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Good morning, Mark.
Hey, hey, Wayne. Hey, Pete, Dave, Al. What a great show, man. You guys are having too much fun. And Dave, congratulations on that retirement, man.
Thank you.
Holy cow. Thanks for everything you've done.
I appreciate that.
That's
Thank
awesome, buddy. All right. So, guys, for years, when we've done this Showtime report, it's always been interesting to see if there's some Catalina sea bass to talk about. You know, some years, yep, they're biting. Some years, no. And sorry to say, this year's a hard no. You know, I was really surprised with the way conditions have been. All this warmer water we've had, plenty of squid around. You know, it just felt like it'd get rolling really early. But just not that much happening yet. Now, it doesn't mean they're not going to. It's just a little slow getting started. Soon coming, guys. And as to other fish over at Catalina, the yellow has also been a little bit slow. There's a few around here and there, but not that much. And but the guys fishing the shallow beaches, mostly up to the west, backside west, and a little bit front side, they are doing well on the halibuts. Those fish are in there really tight. A lot of it's 5 to 15 feet. So obviously, guys, you got to watch the swell when you're in there poking around that close. But man, there's been some good fishing. Nothing from the outside this week. Both Nick and Santa Barbara Island, but mostly blown out there, so no reports there. And at Clemente, again, not much in terms of reports, just a little bit from the bass guys fishing up west there. It's good calico bass fishing. But just as a heads up, we're creeping up on mid-March. And again, with the warmer water we've seen, and it looks to be probably holding up and getting better, traditionally we're going to see some of that yellow start to show up. Usually it shows up on the front side breezing around. And then if the bait gets in Pyramid Cove, like it usually does, that bait ground fishing in the cove there can be nothing short of fantastic. So again, soon coming, we're going to keep an eye on that there, given the time of year. And then speaking of yellows, there's been good volume of fish off Baja, kind of from Colnet, scattered up towards Ensenada. And again, with that nicer water moving up past few days, some of that yellows look like they started a little road trip, and lo and behold, they showed up at the Coronados here a couple of days ago. They're biting in a couple different spots. And with the nicer weather here this weekend and some of the sport boats running, and I'm sure a lot of private boat traffic there, we're going to get a good check on what those yellows are doing at the Coronados. But man, that's really good news. That's a good sign of springtime.
And some nice grade yellow too, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard. Danny called me with the report last night there, and nice ones, 15, 18 pounds, a few maybe a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And he also mentioned they were stuffed with squid, so a guy could maybe go down there and make a tank of squid and, catch a yellow, maybe catch sea bass on the squid grounds too. So
gotta love it.
It's looking good, and we got nice weather here coming up for the next week, and I think it's time to go fishing, guys.
Yeah, for sure. I think after we get it's a little bit of wind today and tomorrow, so be careful offshore today, but this next week looks beautiful. And of course, fishdope.com will have the weather for you, the fishing, everything. $30 off a new membership to fishdope.com using the code Hookup Now, lowercase, no space. Hookup Now is your $30 code. And Mark, how do we find you?
Well, Pete, we're in Huntington Beach. We're on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger. Phone number is area code 714-840-4262. The website's PacificEdgeTackle.com. And all you guys buying all that cool stuff up at the show, man, you just need to get out and go fishing with it.
There you go.
Something. We'll have some good reports here next week.
All right. We'll talk to you next Saturday. Thanks a lot for that report, Mark. Appreciate that very much. And sponsored in part by Anza Knives. Anza Knives are there. They're at the PCS Costa Mesa show, and they're going to be in booth 535, which is, if you find the Let's Talk Hookup booth, which we're next to Haida Gwaii Safaris, beautiful Valerie there. They're directly behind us on the other side of the curtain right there from us. So I just look at, and he's got some amazing knives. I mean, did you go by there and check that out?
I did.
Holy mackerel, Donnie.
I did see
and,
those. Those
and,
were
and
cool.
he's got knife makers too. Some of the beautiful knife makers. Did you see that booth?
I did.
Dave?
They were cool.
Some of those knives are just amazing. Good. Anza Knives, they'll be there. Have knives for fantastic fillet knives. They have complete Fish Pro series there. The hunting knives, military knives, one-of-a-kind collector knives, all at special show prices. So go by and see the crew at Anza Knives, Donnie and the gang at booth 535 at the Costa Mesa show. And then, of course, they will be at the San Diego show too. I have a great text here from Corey in Escondido. And Corey has some good questions. It says, good morning, gents. It was great to see you at the show, Wayne, yesterday. Dave, thank you for all the amazing work you and Shimano are doing on behalf of the fishing community. My question is for Dave. 100% Shimano in my arsenal for my offshore bluefin and yellowtail arsenal. But I'm converting to chasing spotties and halibut in the bays and on my kayak. Can you recommend a couple of small spinning reels for using in the bays?
Oh, well, first, Corey, thank you so much for your comments and for supporting Shimano. I think spinning reel wise, there's a few options. So sort of standard, can't go wrong is a Stratic, like a Stratic 2500. You absolutely can't miss with a Stratic lasts forever. It's still the foundation of, I think, our small spinning lineup. Now, if you want to
and those go down to like size 2500.
Yeah,
be a great size for the bay.
Great size for the bay.
Yeah.
Now,
and what would you put on Power Pro wise on that?
Again,
For
it
fishing
depends a
spottings.
lot on what techniques he's using, but probably 10 pound.
Okay.
I would guess maybe you could go even up a little bit, but probably 10, maybe 15.
Would you put Super Slick version 2 on that?
Super Slick version 2 would be great. It depends a lot on what he's using or how. If he's fishing a lot more around like pilings or structure, then I would stay with standard Power Pro for the abrasion resistance.
Okay.
But if you want to get outside of that, things to look for would be something like the Vanford, only because it's lighter. It's a bit lighter. It has our MGL, what we call our MGL technology. So the rotor's lighter. The whole thing's a little bit lighter. So if you're holding the rod like literally all day long, yeah, the Vanford is really nice, but you cannot go wrong with the Stratic. Cannot go wrong.
All right, there you go. And those, once you go that way, nobody makes spinning reels like Shimano makes spinning reels. Period.
Well, we do well in spinning. And
Yeah.
it's been one of our core sort of competencies for a really long time. And I think our spinning reels just seem to get better and better and better.
Yes.
Over the years.
And across the board, both fresh and saltwater.
Yes. Yeah,
Now-
absolutely.
Now let me ask Al, the Sports Barber. Do we have any spinning reels on the Sports Barber?
I don't really like to use the spin reel, but we're starting to use a lot smaller jigs, and they require a little bit of jigging. And when I realized to jig a bait caster, the reel's on top of the rod, and it's harder to jig when that spin reel's below the rod.
Yeah.
It's really easy to give it a little pop.
Yeah.
So the spin reel is now starting to be
Al, it's time. It's
yeah.
time.
I mean, I
man.
would say, admittedly,
Yeah.
calico bass fishing, a lot of your fishing with the sort of lead head type techniques and stuff, where you're fishing a lot on the drop, on the fall. A bait casting reel excels.
Yeah,
because of the feel.
Right.
For
So,
sure.
yeah.
But there are many situations
Absolutely.
where, I mean, I think especially like popper fishing and stuff like that around
Yep.
here, a
Oh,
lot of guys are
absolutely.
throwing conventional. I mean, it just works. A spinning reel just works better with a popper.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's any debate on that whatsoever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Well, as you get lighter jigs too, as we go into super light jigs, it just comes off the reels so much
So
easier.
nice. Yep.
You can get distance with it.
Yeah, for sure. We have a special guy on the line, Mr. Bill Shedd from AFCO. Good morning, Bill.
Morning, Bill.
Good morning, Bill.
Hey, Pete. Good morning.
Good morning. Great to hear from
How
you.
you doing? Hey. Yeah, Wayne, Dave, Al. Hello, guys.
Morning.
Morning, Bill.
Morning, Bill.
So I
Hey,
asked Bill
I
to
just
call
need to
in
call
to
in.
talk about Dave.
And Pete, I was totally happy to do that. I mean, gosh, what a deserving guy to say thank you to. Say congratulations for your time at Shimano. But, lots of conversation on the show today, a lot of knowledge of Dave about his fishing expertise, his tackle expertise, well known by everybody. Maybe no less important, no less valuable, but certainly less understood, Dave's contribution to marine conservation and not just in Southern California saltwater, but across the country. There's few, if any, in the fishing tackle industry who contributed as much to marine conservation as Dave has individually, and you also have to say Shimano, because Shimano's got to provide the travel and provide the time and allow Dave to have spent the time that he spent with marine conservation issues. And Dave, thank you. I mean, there's honestly, there's Dave is just he's a leader among the leaders in the sport fishing world when it comes especially to marine conservation issues, and the impact that he's had not just on CCA Cal, but in the ASA and the Center for Sport Fishing Policy, in Washington D.C. Thanks, Dave. You've made such a huge contribution, and I've just so enjoyed working with you. And you deserve all the accolades that you can get, and it's so thank you.
Thank you, Bill. It means so much coming from you, with the absolute undisputed leader in marine conservation. So thank you. I enjoy working with you every day, and I appreciate your kind words. So thank you so much. And honestly, you're the one who motivated me to get involved in all this to begin with. So honestly, I still remember going back to the gill nets in California, and AFCO was the leader in trying to remove the gill nets. And we had a friendly challenge. I tell people this story to see who could get between AFCO and Shimano the most signed on the petition to remove the gill nets. And I rallied, and Bill put up a trip on the SeaWorld.
Wow.
Which was like, oh my gosh, I mean, I was whatever I was 3 or 4 years into Shimano, and I just told my team, we are winning this. Because I am going fishing on the SeaWorld. So it was my motivation was to go fishing on the SeaWorld, but because of that, I realized how just absolutely vital, participation in our industry and conservation was. So
and look at the success.
Yeah. So Bill, you're the one who motivated me, who showed me the way, and I thank you for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think anybody out there really understands the 1-2 punch that Dave and Bill put together and what they have done for all of us.
Yeah.
And they have saved our fishing. They've saved our access. They are the powerhouse team that really people just need to thank them. And oh man, nobody realizes how much you guys do, how much you give and give and give.
What amazes me about both these amazing guys is the amount of time running big companies, Shimano, AFCO, and still devoting tons of time, energy, flying all across the country to meetings and such like that. The amount of time that you guys dedicate to marine conservation is just hats off to you. That's all I can say.
It's just not an option. And Wayne, it takes everyone. So maybe Bill and I got it rolling, but without Wayne, without the people that really, really drove it, never would have happened. I can tell you, Bill, no matter how much energy Bill and I put into it, it wouldn't have gone anywhere had we not.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a team effort. Nobody does it alone, but man, it takes leadership, and you guys are the ones.
Hey, Bill.
The other point to make here, I mean, it's really not just Dave and Bill here. One of the advantages that CCA Cal has, and it's important for your listeners to understand, is that we have a number of board members that are involved in the industry, involved in the sport fishing community, involved in government that just make huge contributions as board members, and it's not really understood. But the other piece is, and I'm glad that Wayne's on the phone here. I mean, the impact that Wayne CCA Cal, we had, I think, what is probably our best board meeting ever yesterday, and so much of the credit for that goes to Wayne, who really helped as our original staff member. And we talked about working hard, man. I don't know anybody that's worked harder than Wayne.
For sure.
And he really played a major role in establishing CCA Cal with the foundation that we have now. And we're celebrating the next year. CCA National is going to celebrate 50 years. And we had some conversation about, hey, what do we need to do with CCA Cal to be able to look back? Obviously, those on this phone call won't do it, but future of CCA Cal to look back on its 50 years, and that can happen, and that's what we're working towards.
Wow, fantastic. So, Bill, you of course ran AFCO for many, many years, following your dad, and now your kids are running AFCO. And so you're kind of stepped back and semi-retired, shall we say. Can you give any advice to Dave now that he's going to be stepping back in that same position?
Yeah, listen to your wife.
Bill went the safe route on that one right there. That's just foundational advice right there.
Don't get in the way at home.
Yeah. Very good.
That's right. That's it. And one other thing, I mean, life is just full of seasons, and I can just tell you that this season for Davis, it's going to be your best season ever. And you've had some awesome seasons in your life, but you've got you've worked hard all your life, so you're in good health, and you've put yourself in a spot where you're young enough, you're healthy. It doesn't matter your chronological age. Your physical age is way lower than what the calendar says, and so you're going to be able to enjoy the time and do the things you want to do. And I'm excited for it. It's going to be the best part of your life, Dave.
Well, thank you.
For sure.
It's exactly what I'm hoping for. So.
That's awesome. Bill, thank you for joining us this morning. Bill Shedd, of course, still heavily involved in CCA and the industry, AFCO and such like that. And go by the AFCO booth and say hi. It's great to see all the guys at AFCO too at the show. So thanks, Bill. Appreciate your time.
All right, guys. Thanks.
All right. Appreciate it.
Wow. The sage. He's just it.
He is
the wisdom and
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then you think about his history with his dad.
Yeah, it goes.
And founding SeaWorld. And, I mean, just doing all the things that Milt Shedd did, and that book. I mean, just
it's incredible. Yeah.
No,
and the videos.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron in Santa Barbara is listening to you and says, what is the most important thing to be doing on reel maintenance?
That's a great question. And here's what I would tell you. First and foremost, just very, very light spray of fresh water after each use. And not heavy. Don't power wash it. Just light spray. And then just sort of pay attention to the reel after that. And honestly, as long as you light spray and maybe wipe it down, you should be good for a full season.
Yeah.
And then after that, I would have them serviced once at the end of the season. Just have it serviced to where, clean, make sure the bearings are clean and greased and everything. And something that I've taken to is that, at the end of the day, even I'm on a private boat, you could probably do the same on a sport boat, is light rinse, dry it off, and I put a reel cover on it.
Okay. Does the reel cover help?
With the wet line?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Oh,
well, admittedly, in South Carolina, the line dries in about 3 seconds when it's 95 degrees. But if you wipe off the surface, with like a chamois or just any kind of it'll take that moisture off. Put your reel cover on, and then maybe you dry it off at home. But it's just for the traveling. If you're on a sport boat, you get more spray.
Right.
Or even in a private boat, you're getting more spray, and it's that spray that usually drives down into the reel, in the gap between the spool and the frame, or what have you, or it lays there, and so just wipe it off lightly. Put your reel cover on, and good call. But maybe, Wayne, when you get home, just take the reel cover off, make sure it's still dry. And man, that prolongs the life for a $20-some investment. A good neoprene reel cover goes a long way. It keeps it from getting scratched up when you're traveling. All those things that's just dynamite.
Good tip.
Yeah.
Do you back off your drags when you're storing your reels?
I do.
Put the clicker on, back the drags off?
Yeah, I do. Especially if I'm storing them for a long time.
That.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that do?
It just takes the pressure off the drag plate. I think it's maybe more, and when the pressure is always on, most of our drag washers all have a light drag grease on them. And so if they're under pressure all the time, it's kind of slowly pushing that drag grease out. But some people store them for 6-8 months without using them. Some people it's like 3 days or a week. I'm not worried about the 3 days or a week, but if you're putting them away for a month, for 2 months or whatever. So just as a matter of habit, I back off the drag, clicker on, reel cover, and
both star and leverage.
Yep. Both. Okay. Absolutely.
Great. You have another good one, huh, Wayne?
We do. We were just talking about that Vanford. We have Rex over in Rancho Santa Margarita. He was like, good morning, guys. Looking forward to seeing everybody at PCS show today. Bought my son a Shimano Vanford 1000 last year at the show. We both love it. I borrow it a lot. I probably will be buying him a new one. Just wondering, what are the changes to that reel for 2026? I can't imagine there's got to be a lot of improvements because it was such a great reel.
Well, I'm not, from the text, I'm not sure if you bought the first generation and now you're buying the basically the newer Vanford, which I've kind of lost track, but I guess we introduced it. It might have been 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. But it's I think we just made a lot of improvements in, as we do in a lot of things, in all the features around the gearing and the MGL and the spool machining, such that it's smoother, lighter, and in some ways, I think more durable even than the first generation of Vanford. So I love the Vanford A's. I fish them with redfish a lot, either Stratix or Vanford A's.
What size?
I fish either a 2500 or a 3000, just depending on my technique. Yeah. So it's just the smoothness and power, I think, is just continually improved with all of our gearing advancements every time, and that's what you'll find in the new Vanford.
Again, Shimano excels in the spinning line. I mean, there's so many choices.
Yeah.
Stratic, Vanford, Twin Power, Stella.
I know.
I mean,
on the spinning line, it's like there's a reel in every $10 mark, I think.
I know.
So there's something for everybody.
Yeah, I admit sometimes I think we have too many, but it's okay. Rather too many than not enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When you go from 1,000, 2,500, 3,500, do the amount of drag change because of the size of the reel?
When the spool size changes, the amount of drag will change. Okay. So like from a 1,000 to a 4,000 for sure, or even a 3,000. But 3,000 and 2,500 are pretty similar.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's very
so it's just about
that's in
capacity
the
of the line.
freshwater ones. Now in the saltwater ones, there's big differences.
Between the sizes.
Yeah, between the sizes, and like between a 6,000 and a 25,000, huge differences in how much drag. The amount of drag in saltwater spinning reels now is it's pretty overwhelming. I mean, how much a lot of them are generating more drag than conventional reels.
Really?
Yeah, or as much.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
impressive.
a Stella 25 or 30,000, you're pushing as much drag as you would get out of a Tiagra 80W.
Wow. How do you hold on to that?
I know. I don't, but there are people that do.
Wow. Pull you over the side.
It's like over half my
Yeah.
body weight. So it's not me, but there are some people
that can do it.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Makes me sore just thinking about it.
Yeah. I want to follow up on what Bill Shedd was talking about with Wayne. And Wayne is, I call him the Energizer Bunny because how he's here this morning, I have no idea. You were at the War Heroes on the Rada party last night. You were at the event all day yesterday. You're running around, taking pictures of everybody, talking to people. You're going back up today. You're going to be back here tomorrow morning. You sat at the CCA board meeting yesterday. This
what's
guy
ever in that white cup right there.
Yeah, I need some of that.
But look, in all seriousness, I'll tell you this, and I said this when Wayne stepped down as the lead of CCA, is that, again, to our comments this morning, Bill and I may have got this rolling, but the person that put CCA on their back and carried it is Wayne.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, fully on their back, full straps. It's mine.
Right.
I'm taking it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Wayne.
And still to this day, being retired.
Oh, yeah.
So much
I can
retirement.
tell you, I'm not modeling my retirement after Wayne's retirement. He is not my role model for retirement.
No, he is not. He is still leading the charge at CCA.
Although I saw some of his travels to Japan and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Otherwise,
I've got it in my calendar. He's, being now the partial co-host of Let's Talk Hookup here, I got to know when he's traveling.
Yeah, he needed something else on his first free time.
He's doing a lot of trips this year, which is good. Going peacock bass fishing with
got to do the bucket list
and all that stuff. So yes, good, Wayne. But thank you, Wayne. Thanks for all that you do.
Yeah, very passionate still.
We appreciate you.
Boy, hey, and as you can tell, we're having so much fun here in the studio. We got Dave from Shimano and Al, the Sport Barber. We're still taking all your texts. Remember, we were giving away a Torium HG20 at the end of the show for one lucky texter today, and 2 passes to the PCS show in Del Mar in 2 weeks to somebody. And we'll be right back on Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live.
As the inventor and world leader in fluorocarbon, Seagar has you covered. Gold Label is Seagar's thinnest and strongest leader yet and is your best choice on leader-shy fish. Fluoro Premier has a thin diameter with the highest break strength. Plus, it is super soft. Blue Label is tough as nails with incredible abrasion resistance and impact strength. Pink Label is the choice for tough light conditions from 2 pound to 400 pound. Pick up a spool of Seagar at your favorite tackle dealer or visit seagar.com.
Hi, this is Christy Wheeler with Dawson & Associates Insurance, your full-service agency specializing in boat insurance, including charter, commercial, and personal use boats, business insurance, and travel insurance. We work hard to get you the most coverage for the best prices and guarantee the lowest rates available on all the travel plans we offer. So give us a call today at Dawson & Associates Insurance at 619-460-5615 for a free quote today.
Shimano. How about that? And what's going on at the PCS show today and tomorrow up in Costa Mesa? Such a fantastic booth. And one of the cool things that they have there, you have a lot of your pros like Benny Florentino, Brandon Nelson, Benny Ortiz. Who am I missing? A lot of good guys.
Those are our main pros, but also all our own team. I mean, our of course our sales representative team is there, who are all fishing and knowledgeable people, but then also our own team. Our product team is there, our marketing team is there.
Yes.
And they're full on ready to go. Talk to you about anything you want to talk about.
Go by and say hi to Tristan and Cade in the booth who were on the show and tell them we had a huge response on that show. So go by and say hi to them. Go by and say hi and pull on some Shimano rods and reels. That's the cool thing. You can stand on the rail and pull on the reel.
We have a lot of stuff spooled up, jigging stuff, rail rod
This is
stuff.
Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. Spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at royalstarsportfishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Hi, this is Christy Wheeler with Dawson and Associates Insurance, your full-service agency specializing in boat insurance, including charter, commercial, and personal use boats, business insurance, and travel insurance. We work hard to get you the most coverage for the best prices and guarantee the lowest rates available on all the travel plans we offer. So give us a call today at Dawson and Associates Insurance at 619-460-5615 for a free quote today.
The fish are biting and it's time to go. Hi, this is Ben, and you will see me at my dad's shop, Dana Landing in Mission Bay, or maybe in front of the shop on my kayak. It doesn't matter if you are out there on a kayak with me, on your boat, headed out on a sport boat. Dana Landing has everything you need. We call it the one-stop shop for a great day on the water because it truly is. Food, bait, tackle, beverages, and more. Our tackle shop, headed by John, is certainly one of the best. For freshwater tackle, nothing beats East County Bait and Tackle. These guys have the best rods and reels and the hottest lures and live bait. Our newest shop is Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle with a great stock of both fresh and saltwater tackle right in the heart of Lemon Grove. ECBT is at the end of the 67 freeway on Mapleview and Lakeside. Lemon Grove Bait and Tackle, 94 to Broadway in Lemon Grove, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. Check out danalanding.com for more details.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Boy, we got Dave from Shimano and Al, the sports barber, in here. We're having a great time talking all things Shimano today.
Yes, for sure. And remind you again, PCS show going on. Costa Mesa opens at 10 o'clock this morning. The Orange. What a great venue, Orange County Fairgrounds.
It's so nice. You can walk outside, building to building, but instead
It
of being
splits
in
all
a
the traffic up.
Yeah, instead of being in one big hall all day and not seeing the sun, it's nice.
It's going to be a
Go get a
beautiful
breather.
day.
Yeah.
Bill and Mike did such a great job of laying that show out and putting all the different people in there. So many different people to see. Fun. It's a fun show.
It is a fun
It's
show.
Super
There's two
fun
bands
show.
playing outside.
Yeah,
you got
they've
Chris Lantham doing barbecue. I mean, it's just something for
Yeah,
everybody.
it's
The
got
boats, everything. It's just a great show and family oriented. Every day they're giving 25 Plano tackle boxes to the first 25 kids through the gate, 12 and under.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
that's so cool.
Yeah, go by and see the guys at Katmai Lodge. There's several lodges around, but Katmai Lodge, certainly one of my favorite places to go to. They had 2 spots cancel on our Let's Talk Hookup trip in July. It's been sold out for a year, and 2 people sadly got ill, and they can't go. So go by and talk to them about those. They might even make you a special deal if you go, because it's getting late in the year. But Katmai Lodge, go see Bob and Charmel and
That's
and
such
the whole
a cool
gang
area.
there.
to
It's
fish
you were
on.
a guide up there, right?
I worked at flew all over the Katmai area. And it's just amazing.
It's fantastic.
Absolutely amazing.
It's a bucket list trip that I keep wanting
You'll
to go
see it
back.
all. You'll
Yeah,
absolutely
for
see
sure.
it all. Yeah.
So go by and see Katmai Lodge. Baker Marine's got a special deal. I saw one of my buddies the other day who was walking out with a pair of binoculars, saved $150 on a pair of gyros at Baker Marine. So they've got special deals and a lot of electronics. Johnson Hicks is there. along
Big
with
booth.
Ray Marine's there and Simrad's there.
Yeah.
And all the different brands are surrounding Johnson Hicks and a lot of electronic stuff to see. Of course, the Rollo booth, they have the spin the wheel at the Rollo booth, the CCA booth. I mean, what are some of the other stuff that you saw that really excited you, Al?
CCA booth was good.
hopping, huh?
Yep, it was hopping.
Yeah.
And just the whole show, the whole atmosphere,
Yeah.
the whole show, the people, the excitement, and I love seeing the kids.
And the trout pound out back.
Trout pound,
They have
yeah.
the tide pool. They can touch
Yep,
things
yep.
and reptiles back there.
The boats, man. All the new
Oh.
model Parkers that they have there and Yamaha outboards and stuff like that. West Coast Marine, right at the front entrance. You can see Benny's new. Did you see Benny's new boat?
Yeah.
That
that
Camus.
yeah.
Holy
Right there.
mackerel.
Yeah, that's a machine.
That's a
Quite
beautiful,
machine.
quite a machine.
Yeah,
for
quite a
sure.
machine.
And don't forget to go see Ricky over at Fisherman's Tackle.
Yeah, Fisherman's
He's
Landing
going to,
Tackle.
He's
They
going to
got-
be, as you come in the front gate for the customers, you go in to the right, and he's right inside that door.
Yeah. And they've got great deals at Fisherman's Landing Tackle. All the boats and captains are there, which is super cool. The landings all up and down the coast, really fantastic to see. And then Valerie from Queen Charlotte Safari or Haida-Gwaii Safaris right next to us. And then Corey Sandin.
Oh my God.
MC Swim Baits.
Stand in line to get into that booth.
Yeah.
Boy, is he going through some
he's-
baits.
Yeah. So just a lot of BD Outdoors, fishdope.com,
Yep.
Ali and his
Ali
crew
was
are
there.
all there. Yeah. So there's a lot to see.
There's a lot.
Turner's Outdoorsman has a an insane
like an entire
booth.
hall.
An entire hall. And Turnaround Swordsman is like unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then all the
deals
manufacturers
that they
booths
have.
are all around them.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk to the experts about any kind of tackle, that's
Yeah.
that's where you
So,
go.
So you and then we do it all over again in a couple of weeks down here in San Diego. So that's cool.
Not
But
to
you
mention in the Fisherman's Landing Tackle building, all of the landings are there.
Yeah.
All of the captains are in there.
Right.
I mean, and then manufacturers in there too.
Yeah.
There's so many things going on in there.
For sure. Hey, Jorge from Lake Forest says, good morning, gentlemen. I was at the PCS show Costa Mesa yesterday, and I picked up a Talica 10, a Talica 12, and a Talica 16.
Wow.
What?
Thank you.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
He's got an arsenal.
Yeah.
What? And 3 of my favorite reels for sure. What is your rod recommendation to part up with those 3 reels?
Well, again, very difficult question out here because if you're setting them up to fish, live bait or what you're doing.
Right.
But what I would say is, your Talica 10, I would say a 7 or 8 foot medium, which we have in Terramar. We have a number of options.
Right.
As you go to the 12, I would do a same in a medium heavy, 7 or 8 foot, between 7 and 8 foot medium heavy. And on your 16, you could even go to a heavy, like similar 7.
Yes.
But typically when I go to a heavy, I start to go a little bit shorter, but I will still say 7,
Like
7,
6
6 or
and a
8
half?
foot medium or heavy.
Uh-huh.
You could even go down to 6.5. Like if you were dropper loop fishing or mackerel fishing
Yeah.
with that, a 6.5 would be good. But a 7 is still the way the rods bend, the way the rods pull. A Therese or a Terramar 7 foot heavy with the 16. So medium, heavy would be my recommendation across those 3 size reels.
Okay, good.
And
Yeah.
again, 7 to 8 foot, depending on what you like, depending on if you're private boat, sport boat, etc. Right? There's a few factors in there, but all of that is in the Terramar lineup. You can do it with deckhand style. You can do it with a fixed reel seat. So you can do what you're most comfortable with.
Terramar is the moderate price reel rod line versus Therese is the kind of the upper end, right?
Terramar is very extensive, covering what we would classify more like inshore, offshore, right?
Mhm.
It's got rail rods,
Right.
it's got jig sticks, live bait, except general purpose, whereas Therese is pretty much all more offshore oriented.
Okay.
So for him with those 3 reels, I would stay in the Terramar lineup. And again, 7, 6, 8, deckhand style or fixed reel seat style, depending on what you like. Medium, heavy.
Okay.
And what is the difference between the southeast version versus the West Coast version?
He wants to stay with the West Coast version. Yeah, the Southeast version, which he's not going to probably find out here anyway. The Southeast version is really like a live bait inshore series for tarpon, snook, redfish, etc. So, but yeah, everything that the dealers would have out here would be the West Coast. But yeah, we
Set up for
actually
the way
made
we
Terramar.
fish.
Yeah, in the Northeast, we made a Northeast, Southeast, and West Coast versions of Terramar. So, yep.
Interesting.
Definitely. Wayne?
Yeah, so we got one from John in Huntington Beach. He said, good morning, guys. I have a question for Dave. At the PCS show yesterday, he saw you at the Shimano booth, and he was looking at the ledge runner, and then he's looking at is the system patented? But the real question that he's got is, do you have YouTube tutorials on training or helping to learn how to effectively use it?
We don't have something on the quote effectively using it, but the video we did together with Melton Tackle really talks a lot about the key features, how to rig and set up a ledge runner effectively, and the spread we were fishing. So that's about as far as we carry it. And there's actually a video out, you can search it through Melton, where Tracy and I had a sit down and talk specifically about how we rig ledge runners and why. Leader size, connections, leader length, and how we're positioning them in the spread. So that's out there on Melton Tackle that you can find. But we don't have, at this point, a specific YouTube from our site directed to all of that in any depth. But there's a lot out there that we did together with Tracy. Tracy and I spent a week together doing that in Charleston.
That video?
Yeah, the video.
Looked
We did
like you
multiple. We did in studio, in our offices, again, on all the specifics about the rigging. And then we did offshore actually fishing and what we were doing when we were literally putting them in the water and catching
It's a cool video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's more videos behind the one that
Behind that
everyone's seeing that we're catching fish. The sit down we did covers a lot of that.
Was the fishing really that good?
Yeah, it was really that
It was really that good. Wow. It looked good. Did you see that video?
No.
Oh, yeah. You need to go on Shimano Shimano Fishing.
You can access it through Shimano or through Melton, either way. Yeah. Okay. Tracy's been playing in a lot. Yeah.
Hey, Dave Brody, who's one of the big guys in CCA San Diego, just wants to throw out his appreciation to all that you've done for CCA.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll continue supporting CCA. I will, and Shimano will.
I know, and that's kind of going to be your retirement project, right? You're going to be heavily involved in a lot of that,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. For a little bit of time in the transition, I'll still be doing all that work, and then Jason will be taking it over.
Yeah.
I got to say, for the average Joe fisherman that's out there, our average angler, they don't know all the things that we do as an industry. All of our groups, we toss out acronyms like ASA or CSP, and they don't know what that really means and how it all interacts and why it's so important and why we are so involved in those things. So if you could just give them a little background, help them out.
Well, I think it's one of those things where, you don't know what you don't know. Is just the number of things that all of our different industry organizations head off before they even become issues is huge. The ones that become issues, everyone knows about. And then, of course, what are you guys going to do about them? That's when it becomes hard. It becomes harder once it's already done and you have to try to undo it, I think, than it is to head it off before it happens. So in real brief, there's two buckets. There's angler organizations like CCA, and then there's industry organizations like ASA, which is our trade association, Center for Sport Fishing Policy, which unites the marine and fishing industries into one conservation group. That one's really unique, and we only deal with federal ocean policy. So, but all of them work together. We all work together on literally everything, but everybody takes sort of a different role based on that capability. So, and it's really extensive, especially we're really not that big of an industry. Most people don't realize the fishing industry is not that big.
Like Shimano's big in bicycles. Which industry is bigger?
Oh, bicycle industry is enormous. I mean, it's 80% of our global business.
Wow.
So
that gives you kind of an idea of how small fishing is.
Fishing is very small, but even beyond us, you see even at PCS, a lot of great brands. There's a lot of very small independent companies.
Yes.
And but our issues are huge and they're expensive. And, we find a way to deal with them all. But again, through either the angler organization, CCA has its role, ASA, CSP, and a number of organizations have their role. And then where we can come together is even yesterday after the board meeting, we had a talk with ASA about the MPA issue here and how we can work together on that to bring the whole industry around. We can't let the MPA issue expand based on no data, no science, no whatever, because it has implications across the whole country. So that's how it's kind of a chopped up answer. It's not as coherent as I'd like to be, but it's essentially how we deal with everything.
I get it.
East Coast issues, West Coast issues, international issues. Bluefin tuna on the international stage is becoming a very, very complex issue. In the Pacific, in the Atlantic, countries want more. They want more allowable catch. It's one stock of fish. So that's complex.
One stock of fish.
Yeah, essentially in the Pacific, it's just one stock of fish that moves from Mexico to the U.S. to Japan, across Taiwan, etc. So everyone wants more, and how we deal with that is really, really challenging, really difficult. But we deal with it.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah, and what happens is we have to worry about everything from local level, state level, federal level, international level.
Yeah.
And they're all complex. Right now, the Pacific Fisheries Management Council is going on up in Seattle. Yeah. We have representatives up there. Even though we're at a trade show, for the consumer show, we can't just drop and not go to represent the recreational angling community.
Right.
There's so many issues going on.
Sure. You have a good one, Wayne?
Yeah, we got another one here. It's Jeff in Westminster. He says, good morning, guys. Great show. I love Shimano products and follow Uncle Al on Instagram.
Yeah.
My question for Dave is, can you explain the difference between a TC4 rod and the new Power X and Spiral X rod constructions? And what would be the benefits?
Oh boy, you're gonna tax my technical abilities here. So yes, TC4 it came along. Actually, it's been around a while. It came along before Spiral X and High Power X. And TC4 is basically a 4-layer carbon construction that makes a rod light but really, really strong, really, really a lot of compression strength. And that's where we introduced TC4 basically in like Terramar and a few other series. So that's really cool. That was not originally a proprietary Shimano technology, which High Power X and Spiral X are. And those are a technology where we wrap carbon at different, the layman's explanation, which I need, is we wrap them at different angles to each other and different levels so that we can use less material to make a very small diameter, high power rod with tremendous, we can make very precise actions and also great compression strength, but it tends to be lighter than TC4, on average, smaller diameter, and very, very responsive, unbelievably responsive. So in some rods, we use just Spiral X, and in some rods, we use Spiral X and High Power X, and they're two different processes, again, that put carbon tape at different angles on the blank. That's my layman's explanation, and I'm sticking to it.
I think that's a pretty good explanation,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, here's another one that I know is way in your wheelhouse. He says, which Shimano spinning reel could you recommend for 100-pound bluefin throwing poppers?
Stella, Twin Power, or Saragossa. Three series you cannot go wrong with.
All of them will handle it.
Every
Stella,
one of them.
Saragossa,
and Twin Power. So in price order, Stella's the top, Twin Power is the next step down, and Saragossa. Saragossa is the absolute, I believe, industry standard for sort of like this more affordable, unbelievable workhorse.
No
absolutely,
question. For years and years.
Years and years. And but then you go to Twin Power and you go to Stella up from there, depending on weight, features, etc. But yeah, and any one of those.
What size?
What size? Probably
100-pound bluefin.
100-pound bluefin, probably like a 10 or a 14.
I love the 14.
I do too.
Yeah, 14,000.
14 is what I used to throw out here all the time and caught 150s, 180s, 200s.
You can handle a big fish.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really good. Hey, that's Jeff from Torrance, by the way.
Yep.
So keeping with the spinning reel talk. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for your great information. Can you talk about the Bait Runner Spinner Series and what would be the workhorse for the Southern California fishery?
Great question. Bait Runner's been a part of the Southern California fishery and probably the first spinning reel ever to sort of find its place in Southern California years and years ago. The story is when we introduced Bait Runner, Davies Locker bought all Bait Runners for their rental gear. And they said how their fish counts went up on their 1/2 and 3/4 day boats tremendously with Bait Runners. So these days we make a number of series. We still make the standard Bait Runner that's very similar to, that we first introduced. And then we have one below that, and then we have a couple above that. So Bait Runner's foolproof. Cast your bait out, close the bail, put it in Bait Runner feature, you're done. Turn the handle and you're done. So especially if anchovies come back, man, Bait Runners should find their way into Southern California fishing again. So I'm not sure if that answers the question, but again, standard Bait Runner all the way up to Tunis.
What's the difference between a standard Bait Runner and the
standard Bait Runners? Graphite body, aluminum spool, different sizes. You get up to the Tunis and you get into aluminum body and some different sizes. So
both of them have the Bait Runner feature.
They both have the full Bait Runner feature.
Yeah. That's what's nice about Shimano's. They offer different levels in that spinning world, just like they offer different levels like Torium, like the reel we're giving away today. Torium Trinidad, Talica Speedmaster. Then different levels for different budgets.
Yeah, exactly.
Same on the rod side.
But you're not giving up anything.
No, you don't give up the Bait Runner feature. It's all in there.
It's all in there. Hey, Nick from Sarah Mesa just wants you to know that all I own is Shimano. And he's looking forward to winning the reel today. So he just wanted you to know that.
Foreshadowing.
Wayne, you have another good text there?
Yeah, we got Ryan that says, good morning, great show. Will there be a Tranks model smaller than the 150 in the future?
I can never say what the future is. We don't have anything that I know of planned below the 150. The 150 is pretty small. And mainly the reason why is because Tranks is built really primarily as a saltwater bait casting reel on the heavier duty style of fishing. Now, people are using it in freshwater for casting big swim baits and stuff like that. But so there's not at this point much of a call for like that heavy duty saltwater bait casting reel below the 150 size.
Yeah, those are perfect for when I'm going down to the Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
Peacock bass fishing and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. perfect reel for that to
Yeah.
be able to pull on those monsters.
Yeah. So that's the main reason why, at least at this point, we don't see a lot of call for, if you're going to go below the 150, any of our freshwater, Corrado 70, whatever, all those I think would fill the bill for you, because we certainly have a lot of reels smaller than the Tranks 150, just not in the Tranks.
Yeah. Hey, Barry in Temple City has an interesting. He says, I just bought a Talica 16 2-speed with a jigging rod and 80-pound max quattro to use for night jigging going on the Searcher in May.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good combo for night jigging?
I would think it's fine, maybe unless you're into the really, really giant fish, you're going to maybe be a little undergunned. But if you're certainly in the 100 and low hundreds and under, you're going to be fine. Yeah, you might not like it if you're in the 200s.
Yeah, but only for general speaking, you can handle.
Absolutely.
Handle.
And it's not that you couldn't catch it. It's just they don't want you to be tied up forever. And like a 20 or 25, you got a bigger drag plate, more drag. So if you
turn the handle better,
you can turn the handle better.
But that 16 is pretty powerful.
The 16 is very powerful.
Yeah.
And again, you're going to be no problem in the low hundreds and under catching those fish in the time you need.
So maybe add a 20 into yours
at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who knows what size fish will be.
Yeah, we don't know this
year.
year. Yeah. There's been some big ones around.
Yeah. Always are.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Look at that. 2 hours gone. It's the fastest 2 hours of radio.
Fast.
We say it every time, and it's so true. We've been taking all your texts today, and we're giving away that Torium 20 HG at the end of the show for one lucky texter today, plus 2 passes to the PCS show in San Diego coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll be right back on.
Sports Barber's pulling the name, by the way, so no one can blame me on my way out.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned. We'll be on the Let's Talk Hookup app, YouTube, and Facebook Live. We'll be right back.
Looking for the ultimate Alaska fishing experience and the best value in Alaska? Look no further than Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. A trip to Kingfisher includes everything you need to make your experience legendary. The finest fishing fleet in Sitka with the best captains, deluxe accommodations, gourmet food, world-class fish processing, and the best part, it's all included for one amazing price. Kingfisher is Let's Talk Hookup's most popular destination. Hundreds of listeners have experienced Kingfisher charters, and most go back again and again. You have probably heard a lot of big promises from other Alaska lodges, only to find there were lots of hidden charges. Not Kingfisher. Everything is included. 10-hour fishing days, your license, fish processing, super deluxe accommodations, amazing food, airport transfers, and fishing gear. All you bring is your layer clothing, and Kingfisher covers the rest. Kingfisher Charters, your Alaska fishing destination. 800-727-6136 or check kingfishercharters.com.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limit, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute, Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
Hi, this is Captain Ray Lopez, owner-operator of the American Angler. I've spent more than half my life aboard the American Angler along with my partners Brian and Lori, developing a team that's as good as it gets. I've been fortunate to spend time on the ocean with so many fine people that I look forward to fishing with. We can't thank you enough for being part of the American Angler family, and if you haven't joined us, we love the opportunity to meet you. Text or call Lori at 619-223-5414 or check AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com.
It's Truck Month at your local San Diego County Ford dealers. The biggest deals of the year on Ford trucks are happening now. From Pro Power Onboard to Blue Cruise Tech and the Ford Security Package, Ford's award-winning truck lineup is built with the power and utility to help you take on whatever life throws your way. From F-Series, America's best-selling truck, to the Ford Maverick and the Ford Ranger, built to take you everywhere from work to play. Check out the entire lineup of Ford trucks and take a test drive today. Go to your local San Diego County Ford dealers today. Inside information is everything when it comes to catching fish in Southern California. You need a code group to connect with what's happening on the water. FishDope.com is your code group. Inside information available at your fingertips 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane, along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. They become your code group. You get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Catine, 365 days a year. FishDope.com has online planning tools, temperature and chlorophyll charts, hot bite icons, and more. Take it from me, if you don't have FishDope.com, you're not part of the in-the-know crowd. Membership is affordable and good for an entire year. Plus, use the special code and save $30 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. What a great show we had today.
Unbelievable.
Man, that was a fast 2 hours.
Yeah.
So much fun having Dave from Shimano in the studio along with Uncle Al, the sports barber.
Yes, sir.
We did not have any callers today, unfortunately, because the fan was down on the phone lines. So we have all texters, and the winner today is Ryan. Ryan, congratulations for calling in or texting in.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. And I'll be calling you in and tell you how we can get to that Torium 20. And Al picked the number there. Al, if we want to find a sports barber, how do we find you?
Dana Point, sports barber, phone number 949-493-6081.
You have your own YouTube channel, right?
I got my own YouTube channel now under my name, Alex Renzaparis. Type in Alex Rent, you'll see it come up. I have over 150 short videos of calico bass.
Sweet.
Tons of,
and then you have your own Instagram too.
Instagram, and I have TikTok too.
Is it Instagram under Alex Renzaparis or under Sports Barber?
It's under Alex Renzaparis, and I have a TikTok account that's Sports Barber Dana Point, and I have 5,700 followers.
Wow, good for you, man. Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're honored to have you, and I hope at some point after semi-retirement here, you'll come back and maybe just talk fishing with us.
We could do that.
Yeah.
So find us at fishshop.shimano.com. That's a new website that we launched that encompasses all our brands, every bit of information you need.
Say that
Shimano.
again.
Fishshop.shimano.com.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And of course, see the guys at the show here
Absolutely.
in
See 'em
Costa
all.
Mesa and in Del Mar. And thank you, Dave, for
Yep.
all that
Thank
you've
you
done
all.
and all you
Appreciate
do
it.
and all you continue to do. And thanks for being here. Thank you all out there. Thanks to Adam for doing everything he does on the Let's Talk Hook About. Tomorrow, another great show. Don't forget the time. Spring ahead. We lose an hour. Yeah, I know. Captain Aliar Hajanabi from the Polaris Supreme will be here. We're going to be giving away a great prize too. So Wayne will be back here. I'll be back here. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. right back here on the Let's Talk Hookup app, Facebook, YouTube Live, and 97.3 The Fan.